All right, real quick unboxing overview of this Manbily tripod and gun saddle. They wanted me to review this, but I didn't have the tripod, so I said, hey, I'm going to need a tripod too. They said, sure, no problem. So they sent both these out for the review today. Main focus is going to be on this guy here, but we'll check this out and go over that as well. First thing I noticed is just how, I mean, it's not like excessively heavy or anything, but I picked it up and expected, you know, kind of cheap plastic. And this thing actually has some heft to it. I was surprised. But upon further investigation and reading into their product, that's because it's a mostly metal construction. So this thing's actually really heavy duty. I kind of need two hands to get it out here. So yeah, that's metal. This is metal. The handle's metal. The base here is metal. Okay, so it's crap. It's all metal. I'm sure there's probably some little plastic bits and pieces here and there, but like everything I'm touching so far, including the dials, it's all metal. So awesome. So that's why it's got some heft to it. So you got 360 pivoting. It can spin all the way around. You can also flip it this way if you need the rifle sideways for some reason, I guess. And of course, there's all your dials and adjustments, and it's even got some marks there so you can return to zero and whatnot, I guess. So let me use both hands here and get this tripod pulled out. So there's the tripod. Comes with this real nice little carry bag here. It feels pretty solid and hefty as well. You see, obviously both of them come with instructions, hardware, and a little tool you're going to need in there to assemble it. So let me do that. You guys probably already gathered this based off the fact that it fits in that little pouch there, but those legs fold all the way up, so it's nice compact. All right, so contrary to what I said, no real assembly required. So these are little spikes you can stick on the bottom. You undo those rubber caps there. So if you need spikes to stick it in the ground for some reason instead of it just sitting there, that's what those are for. Your little rubber feet here on the bottom will unscrew and you can install the spikes if you so desire. Everything as far as these legs telescoping in the rod here, just like this. So one way is busy range today. Sorry about all the gunfire. Anyways, one way is obviously lock. The other way is unlock, so you can set it to whatever height you want. Same thing with the legs. And then as far as the angle of the legs, you got this guy right here. It'll butt up against these notches. So that'll give you that angle there. If you want to go with a wider angle, you pop that button up, go a little bit past, slide it back down, and then it'll mate up with the notch again to lock it in place. And there's one more setting up there as well. Obviously your head will come off here, so you can install whatever attachments you like our gun saddle, gun cradle there. So that's pretty self-explanatory, and I thought this was a pretty cool little feature. It's got a spring-loaded hook here. So in extra windy conditions, not only do you have the spike option there to kind of stick it in the ground, but you can hang a counterweight, a ballast low off of here to give it a low center of gravity. That way it won't blow over in the wind. And again, you can angle these legs out further too to get even more stability. All right, got her mounted up there, and this is on, well, not the lowest setting there, but you can see I just have the one section of the legs out. So I think this thing would go pretty high. Actually, I should throw up on the screen here for you guys how low and how high it'll go. But I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. So there's your handle for, you know, opening it up to whatever size you need for whatever you're putting in there, you know, the size of the gun stock, and then to tighten it, you just obviously spin it the other direction to tighten it up. Of course, these are little rubber feet in here, so you're not scratching your stock. So this dial here on the side is to adjust whether you want to lock this up or loosen it slightly or all the way for the ball to pivot like so. Again, you can make it, see, sort of stiff, loosen it up a little bit, or like completely like that if you want. And then of course, if you tighten it up enough, it'll pretty much lock it in place for you. And then this dial does the opposite for the 360 swivel here. So to lock it in place, you can just turn it like that, and then you can do a complete 360 pivot on that guy there, and just back to the right to tighten her up. Of course, that's unscrewing it, but I didn't put it on very tight. So I mean, like I said, pretty self-explanatory. That's how she works. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, that head, when I first picked it up, I was like, wow, this thing is heavy, but I didn't realize at first it's an all metal construction. So that thing's pretty heavy duty, and this stand is real nice and sturdy. I mean, there's no, like, it just feels real high quality made. It's not got a bunch of play or anything like that. It's nice and sturdy and well built. I thought you guys might like to see, that's with it all the way up. So that is actually over my head. That's a good 6 feet, if not a few inches higher than that high. So where this would be applicable is if you're like on the side of a mountain and you want to sit up, you know, like on a rock on the edge of the cliff, maybe prone out on it, you can stick that guy 6 feet lower off the side of the rock and still be able to put your rifle on the top and rest it there. So yeah, let me show you how it goes. Compact, we'll slide it all the way down. All right, pretty big difference from all the way up there, huh? So it goes, that's how low it'll go with the legs on that first setting there. So if you bring the legs further out, it's going to drop it even lower. So you can get it nice and low there, pretty much as low as you want, really. It's good for like a crouch position. It's probably a little too high to prone out unless, again, you're a little higher up on a ledge or something. But as you can see, it's pretty drastic there. So you're definitely good on flat ground from anywhere from, you know, sitting on your butt and shouldering a rifle, or even being up on a rock cliff off the edge of a mountain. You can have it 6 feet up if you want, and then like I said, it'll still go a little bit lower than that still, because you can bring those legs further out, which is going to drop it down even more. So you could even prone out with it as long as, you know, you're up like a foot or something on a rock or something. So anyways, I'll take it down the rifle range now, and we'll hit my gong at about 200 yards. Down now to a 300. Did you get it? Just for reference, firing 7.62 by 39 from a lightweight 6-pound rifle. Works pretty good. There's a link in the description for the tripod and the swiveling saddle there. Thanks for watching. Hope to catch you on the next one.